Welcome back to Dating Decoded. I'm Jake, thrilled to be joined by my co-host, Mia. How are you doing today? Feeling the podcasting magic?
Jake, I'm buzzing, excited for this episode. Our inbox, DMs, and comment sections have quite a few requests for this topic.
Well, you know we always listen to our listeners. So today, we are finally diving deep into visualizing your future, what that means, and how it works.
And it's not just some vague, feel-good concept we're going to casually touch upon. This is a deeply powerful, transformative tool for your romantic life and your entire personal trajectory. It's a whole practice, truly.
Before we unravel this topic, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss our decoded wisdom.
For real, notifications are non-negotiable, people. Okay, Jake, let's just dive right in. When we talk about visualizing your future, especially in the context of dating and self-improvement, what exactly are we truly trying to get at here? What's the core idea?
So, visualizing your future is about mentally constructing a vivid, detailed image of your desired romantic and personal life. It's not just, I want a partner. It's meticulously defining your ideal partner, your lifestyle, and who you are in that future. What identity are you embodying?
That self-identity piece, Jake, it's monumental. It's about who you choose to become to align with that vision. This technique supercharges your intrinsic motivation, ensuring every action aligns with your aspirational goals. It's about living your future today.
Precisely. It's like a hyper-detailed blueprint for your desired reality, a GPS for your ultimate destination. This concept, while it might sound a bit esoteric or optimistic, is deeply rooted in what we emphasize on Dating Decoded, inner game.
The inner game, our foundational philosophy. For our loyal listeners, inner game is the psychological bedrock of confidence, mindset mastery, and unwavering self-belief. It's everything that happens internally, mentally, before you even step outside.
Exactly. And this isn't just something we cooked up out of thin air to sound profound. This draws heavily from well-established self-help practices, particularly visualization techniques that are widely used in, believe it or not, fields like professional sports psychology. Think about elite athletes doing this all the time. They're not just practicing physically, they're mentally rehearsing every single move, every play, every single aspect of their upcoming victory.
Right, like a basketball player seeing that perfect swish from the free throw line, or a gymnast perfectly landing that complex routine. It's activating the same neural pathways in your brain as if you were actually doing it. So the actual technique itself, it's not overly complicated, but it demands consistent, dedicated effort. You can't just do it once and expect miracles.
Absolutely. We are talking about setting aside dedicated quiet time every single day, whether it's 5 minutes of morning meditation or even just a few moments of highly focused reflection before bed. And this is crucial. It's not about vague, fluffy concepts. You are imagining specific, highly granular details.
Like, what are the exact traits of your ideal partner? Are they a great listener? Do they have a killer sense of humor? What about a specific date scenario? You're not just vaguely thinking a dinner date. You're seeing the table, hearing the clinking of glasses, smelling the food, feeling the warmth of the candles.
Engage all your senses, Mia. What does her laugh sound like? Is it a light giggle or a deep, hearty chuckle? What's the lighting like in that imagined restaurant? How does it feel to be there, right there in that moment? Are you feeling incredibly confident, completely joyful, totally at ease and relaxed? That emotional resonance, that's the secret sauce that truly makes this powerful. Yet you stop just hoping things happen and you start genuinely expecting them to happen. Now, having said all that, we absolutely have to acknowledge the elephant in the room here. Critics exist, and frankly, they do have some valid points we need to address, because while we advocate for this, there are definitely points of caution.
Oh, absolutely. And we're all about a balanced perspective here. Critics often, very rightly, caution that if you dive too deeply into this, if you focus excessively on, let's say, an overly idealized, almost fantasy-like version of a partner, it can unfortunately foster extremely unrealistic expectations.
And even, dare I say, potentially lead to objectification if you're not incredibly careful. If you're just like scripting a perfect person like they're a character in your personal rom-com without genuinely considering their autonomy, their feelings, their individual humanity, that's where the ethical questions truly start to pile up. And we are always about mutual respect here, folks. Always.
100%. It's about genuine connection, not crafting a perfect, compliant fantasy. But having said all that, generally speaking, we still firmly believe these visualization techniques, when applied thoughtfully, with awareness, are incredibly beneficial. It's really about the intent and how you choose to use the tool. So, Jake, let's just reiterate the core technique once more for everyone.
Okay, so yes, you carve out that dedicated quiet time. You really immerse yourself in those rich sensory and emotional details we've been emphasizing. This process isn't just about feeling good, though it certainly does that. It's primarily about fundamentally reinforcing your outer game. And for those new here, outer game is your external actions, your approach skills, your smooth conversation flow, your confident body language, all of it.
Because when your self-image internally shouts success and I've got this, then your external actions will almost effortlessly align with that internal state. It's like your brain is constantly running these positive, successful simulations in the background, making you more poised and ready for the real thing. It truly is mental rehearsal in action, priming you for optimal real-world outcomes. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's basically like a comprehensive warm-up for your entire dating life. But here is the absolute non-negotiable critical element, Mia, the one we cannot possibly stress enough. Calibration. This is where a lot of people either succeed or, well, let's just say they learn some tough lessons.
Calibration. Yes, this is precisely what separates the grounded, effective practitioners from those who might just be, well, daydreaming a bit too much. You must be willing to adjust your vision based on real, actual interactions. You can't just visualize a perfect outcome, get out there, have reality smack you in the face, and then ignore it. That, my friends, is a surefire recipe for massive disappointment and frustration.
Exactly. It's about being incredibly flexible, adaptable, and a perpetual learner. You take what you learn from those real, authentic interactions, whether they go well or not, and you immediately fold that back into your visualization practice. It's a continuous, iterative process, not a do it once and forget it kind of thing. Otherwise, you truly end up totally detached from reality, living in your own head, and that helps absolutely no one.
Couldn't agree more. So now that we've laid out the groundwork, let's get into the good stuff. Some real-world examples, because that's where theory truly meets practice, right? Jake, take it away with our first concrete tip.
All right. First up, a foundational one, a true classic, and probably the most common starting point for so many people exploring this. Imagining an ideal partner and date.
So the classic example here, you're not just vaguely thinking about a date, you're vividly visualizing a confident woman. And she's got this incredible warm smile that just lights up her entire face, lights up the room, makes you feel instantly at ease. And you're on this absolutely perfect, intimate, candlelit dinner date. The soft glow, the murmur of conversation, the specific aroma of delicious food.
Yeah, and in this scene, you're the one effortlessly leading the conversation, right? You're witty, you're engaging, you're cracking jokes that land perfectly. She's laughing, genuinely enjoying herself. And you, in this moment, feel incredibly proud of yourself, completely relaxed, totally at ease. No awkward silences, no forced small talk, just genuine flowing connection and enjoyment.
And the context for this specific powerful example, it's most often used during morning meditation. You wake up, maybe you're still in bed or sipping your coffee. You take those few quiet moments and you vividly visualize this scenario. It literally sets the positive, confident tone for your entire day ahead.
Exactly. It's like you've already had a successful interaction in your head. So when you step out into the world, it helps build that intrinsic confidence for your daytime approaches, for any social interaction, really. The effect then is a profound reinforcement of your positive self-image, and it incredibly strongly motivates you to actually take real-world action. You're not just hoping, you're priming.
It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but in the absolute best possible way. You're quite literally training your brain to expect, to seek out, and to create success. I actually tried something similar once, just visualizing a good day before it started, and it really does shift your whole mindset. It's wild. All right, what's the next powerful example, Jake?
Next up, we've got envisioning a social success scene. This one is absolutely fantastic for those of us who, let's be honest, might get a little socially awkward or a bit overwhelmed in bustling group setting.
Mia laughs loudly.
Hey, I'm speaking from extensive personal experience here, okay? Don't judge my past party days.
Oh, Jake, I'm sure you're just a beacon of effortless charm now. But no, seriously, this is about picturing yourself at, say, a lively party or a networking event. You're charming a whole group of people, not just one person, but everyone. You're effortlessly witty. Everyone's engaged. You're commanding attention. You truly are the life of the party.
Yeah, and your ideal partner's there, Mia. Maybe they're across the room watching you, and then they catch your eye, a genuine, delighted laugh escaping them at one of your perfectly timed jokes. And you feel this incredible, almost palpable sense of social dominance. Not in an arrogant or boastful way, but like you just innately belong there. You own the room. You're completely comfortable in your own skin.
That feeling of belonging and effortless command, it's everything. It really is. And the practical context for this particular visualization, it's typically applied right before a big social event. You do it to psych yourself up, to mentally prepare for those potentially complex group dynamics, to ensure you walk in feeling like your best self.
Yeah, it unequivocally boosts your outer game. You walk into that event feeling genuinely ready, not hesitant. It dramatically enhances your approach readiness because you're not going in cold. You've already mentally warmed up those social muscles, you know? It's like a full-blown mental dress rehearsal for being the most charismatic, confident, and engaging version of yourself. And it works, I swear.
A mental dress rehearsal. That's a truly perfect way to articulate it, Jake. Okay, what's the third transformative tip we've got in store for our listeners today? I'm excited for this one.
All right. Third on our powerful list is creating a lifestyle vision. Now, this one, Mia, it's not just about a single date or a single person you're interested in. This is about painting the canvas of your entire desired existence. It's big picture.
For sure. So the example here, it's so aspirational. Imagining yourself living in this incredibly stylish, impeccably designed apartment. Maybe it's got breathtaking floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, or a killer view of the ocean, or just perfectly curated minimalist art. And in this vision, you're not just existing, you're dating a creative artist, someone who truly inspires you, challenges your thinking, brings out a different side of you.
Yeah, and you're not just like living there solo. You're actively hosting amazing social gatherings. People are coming over, the apartment is filled with laughter, great conversations, genuine connection, and you just feel this profound, deep sense of accomplishment. Like, you've not just gotten a date, you've built this incredible, fulfilling life that resonates with your core values.
This type of detailed, expansive visualization is often recommended for nightly use. It's like as you're winding down just before you drift off to sleep, you're cementing this powerful vision deeply into your subconscious. The context here is to fundamentally align your broader life goals, your career, your passions, your friendships, with your dating and attraction success. It's all interconnected.
It definitely motivates massive lifestyle improvements, doesn't it? I mean, if you're vividly picturing yourself in that impeccably stylish apartment, you might actually start, finally cleaning your actual apartment.
Oh, so true, Jape. The power of a clean apartment, who knew? And it truly fundamentally supports long-term attraction because you're not just passively wishing for things to happen, you're actively, intentionally shaping the kind of vibrant, fulfilling life that will naturally attract the person you envision. It's about becoming the person who already embodies that life. It's genius, honestly.
It really is. All right, Mia, you take us home with our final example because this one is, I think, arguably the most crucial for pragmatic, real-world application, especially when things don't go perfectly, which, let's be real, happens.
You got it, Jake. Number 4, adjusting after interaction. Because let's face it, and we say this all the time, not every single interaction is going to unfold exactly how you perfectly visualized it the first time around. Rejection, awkward moments, miscommunications, they are an inherent, unavoidable part of the game. It's just how it works.
Oh, absolutely. And this is precisely where true resilience, true growth really comes into play. So the example is, after an interaction that didn't quite go your way, after a rejection, you take that moment, maybe you step aside for a minute, you take a deep, calming breath, you regroup, and then you visualize a similar woman responding positively.
But here's the absolutely crucial distinction, Jake, and this is where the calibration comes in. You're not just lazily replaying the exact same scenario, expecting a different result through sheer willpower. No, you're actively, consciously tweaking your approach in the visualization. Maybe you decide, okay, next time I'll include more kino, physical touch, like a light touch on the arm or a friendly high five. Or you try a completely different opening line, or you adjust your energy.
Yes, you're literally refining your techniques, right? You're taking that invaluable feedback you just received from the real world and you're immediately integrating it into your mental rehearsal. And the profound effect of this, you feel incredibly resilient. You're not just defeated, wallowing in self-pity, you're actively learning, adapting, and growing.
It powerfully encourages persistence with adjusted, smarter strategies. It transforms what some might label as a failure into a valuable data point for continuous improvement. You're not just bouncing back from a setback, you're bouncing back stronger, wiser, and more effective. I think that's just an unbelievably powerful concept.
Absolutely. So, Mia, we've covered the entire concept, the practical how-to, the specific examples. Now, we've already touched on the critical side a bit, but let's really lean into a more thorough critical examination of this approach, because it's important to remember, this is not, I repeat, not a silver bullet, right?
No, definitely not. And look, the broader establishment's portrayal of visualization as a universal confidence enhancer, that aspect is absolutely 100% supported by its psychological basis, that whole idea of mental rehearsal. We can't and won't argue with that. It works for athletes preparing for the Olympics. It can certainly work here for your dating life.
But, and this is a monumental but, its intense singular focus on solely idealized outcomes can truly, dangerously disconnect you from reality. If you're constantly visualizing this absolutely flawless scenario, this perfect fantasy, and you're not actively adjusting for the messy, unpredictable, beautifully imperfect nature of real human interaction, that's precisely where you will inevitably hit a massive wall.
Yeah, you create this immense, almost unbearable pressure to meet these impossibly high fantasy standards you've manufactured in your mind. And if your visualization leads you to believe that the only acceptable outcome is this perfect, pristine one, you're literally setting yourself up for an overwhelming amount of disappointment, frustration, and eventual burnout. It's just not sustainable.
And then there are the ethical concerns, which we really need to highlight again. We briefly touched on this, but it bears repeating with emphasis. If visualization starts to veer into objectifying women, like you're solely scripting a perfect partner to fulfill your very specific, perhaps selfish needs, without any genuine regard for their actual personhood, their desires, or the essential element of mutual respect,
It fundamentally challenges the entire mutual respect narrative that we so passionately championed here at Dating Decoded. It's not about manipulating someone into fitting your perfect fantasy. It's about building authentic, meaningful, genuine connections with real, complex, amazing human beings. That's the core of it.
Absolutely. And we've seen so much community feedback on this too. On one hand, there's definitely incredible success with grounded, realistic visions where people truly use it as a tool for internal self-improvement and motivation, not as a flimsy shortcut around real effort, real empathy, and genuine respect. Those are the success stories. It's not some universally effective magic pill. It works powerfully for some in very specific contexts and only when applied thoughtfully with continuous self-awareness and calibration. It's a tool, yes, but certainly not a magic wand that solves everything for you.
Perfectly put, Jake. So, to bring it all back full circle and summarize visualizing your ideal future for all our dedicated listeners, let's leave them with the key takeaways.
All right. So, in a concise nutshell, visualizing your ideal future involves consistent daily mental imagery. You're intentionally constructing this incredibly vivid, detailed picture of your ideal partner, your perfect date scenario, or your entire desired lifestyle. The fundamental aim is to profoundly boost your inner confidence and external motivation.
And it always starts with immersing yourself in those rich, sensory, emotional details. We're talking about truly feeling it, vividly seeing it, clearly hearing it, genuinely smelling it, really experiencing it in your mind. Concrete examples include picturing that perfect candlelit dinner date, or absolutely crushing it and shining in a vibrant social success scene.
But its true lasting effectiveness, Mia, is absolutely unequivocally tied to consistent calibration. You have to constantly adjust your vision based on that real-world feedback you receive. And equally important, authenticity. It's not about faking it till you make it. It's about genuinely becoming the person you so powerfully visualize.
And as we highlighted throughout this entire discussion, while this technique is incredibly powerful, we have to responsibly acknowledge those inherent ethical risks, especially if it veers into objectification or pure self-interest, and the potential impracticality if it leads to a total, harmful detachment from reality. So use this amazing tool wisely, folks.
It's a powerful tool, but not a complete solution. This brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Dating Decoded. Mia, this was an insightful discussion.
It was, Jake. We covered a lot, giving listeners new perspectives and powerful techniques to try.
Look forward to the next Dating Decoded podcast for more awesome topics and insights coming your way soon.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next time.
See you next time.